Welcome to the House of Cons. I'm Black Jack. Salute to everybody in the house. Do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe, share the video. We got the soundboard acting a donkey. One more time, but it's all good. The show must go on. All you have is self in the house. Fred Johnson in the house. Salute. We got a good show lined up. The real Native Americans. Virginny, Managa. Salute. Salute to the Virginnies, the real American Indians, Native Americans. Yeah, I use Native Americans in this title for a reason. I'm trying to get the algorithm popping. That's one reason. The second reason is because I use whatever I want to. I don't really care. I don't really care if it's the proper term and all this here. Ain't no proper term for the Naga. Salute. Ain't never been no proper term for the Naga. Everybody just call us what they want to, so ain't no proper term for nobody else either. And that's what we titled the show. The real Native American, the Virginny. I'm trying to see if I can get my soundboard up. It ain't cooperating. I might gotta update it, but I ain't gonna worry about it. The show must go on. Yeah, sometimes, you get a little buzz and you get little chinks in the system sometimes. And right now we got a little chink in the system on the soundboard. But yeah, that's the title of the show. Hey, Laterio in the house, salute. Salute to Laterio, OCO. But we talking Virginnies, the real Native American, the real American Indian. And I got this thumbnail up that we looking at from a third eye point of view. Got two images. Most of y'all probably seen images like the one on the right hand side, but I doubt a lot of people seen the image on the left. If you've seen the image on the left before, hit me in the chat and let me know. If you've seen the image on the left, hit me in the chat and let me know. But if it's something new to you, hit me in the chat and let me know that too, because I like showing something new. I like to learn, and I like to help people learn. And I don't like to go over old stuff all the time, even though we have to go over old stuff to get it in our memory. But it's always good to have something new. And today we're talking about the Virginny, the real Native American, the real American Indians. Now, if nobody ain't never seen that picture on the left, I understand, like I said, because this is not common knowledge. And common sense ain't so common either. Common sense ain't so common, common knowledge ain't so common. But that picture on the left, if we can read it, it says, carry me back to old Virginny. Salute. Carry me back to old Virginny. Hey, see, it got a Naga sitting there. Some people would say he looked like a slave. Some people, that's the first thing they would say. They would look at how he's dressed. They say he got on those striped pants like Uncle Sam. They would say he must be a slave like Uncle Remus. They would say he must be a slave like Uncle Sam or Uncle Tom or Uncle Ruckus. They would say that is a slave. And they would look at that, and that's what your imagination would give you about what you've been taught by history, correct? So you would see that it say, carry me back to old Virginia, and you see a Naga, or somebody would say a slave, or somebody else at the time might say a Virginny. Salute. Now, we're going to dig into this ancient, antique history, because the history belongs to us. It's all about our ancestors on both of these images. Both of these images include the quote-unquote Virginny, the one on the right and the one on the left. The one on the left we probably haven't seen before. The one on the right, most of us probably have. We see the tobacco Indian on the tobacco advertisement, a.k.a. a Virginny. And that one says best Virginia, like a lot of them say. And that's from like the 15 and 1600s, those type of tobacco ads. Those from the mid 1500s, early 1600s, when they say the Virginians. Because Virginia, the history of Virginia is so-called black history. The history of Virginia is so-called Native American history. The history of Virginia is the history of tobacco also. It's all of that combined. It's a few important things we must know about this. Papa Daddy in the house, most hated bronze flat power god in the house, salute. And let me give a special salute to Jason Brooks for the $20 cash out. Appreciate the support, my dog. Anybody that want to support the house, we got the cash up at the top of the screen. Cash.app/$ House of Cons. Salute to Jason Brooks. He sponsored the show. But we talking about Virginia. And a lot of people, I don't know if they putting two and two together. Because they want to tell you, it's a lot of deception in the history that they give you. First off, they want to tell you that they brought you here from Africa in 1619. They say they brought 20 odd Negroes to Virginia, right? But you got to ask yourself, why Virginia? You never ask yourself, why Virginia, right? They say Virginia is the first place the Negro was at in America. They said you was an African. Even though, as early as 1617, they was making cigar stove Virginnies with Negroes as Indians in front of tobacco stoves in England when they was getting the tobacco from Virginia. So they was making the Virginias in 1617 in wood carvings, and they made them on paper earlier than that, as early as the mid 1500s, like the image we're looking at on the right. So they've been making the image of the Virginians as early as the mid 1500s, 1550. But they say they brought you to Virginia in 1619. See, a lot of people ain't catching on to that. But the fact is, they know that they know the history of Virginia is your history. They know it begins with you. They know they can't start the history of Virginia without including you. Because you was the first thing they encountered. So they know when they start this history of the United States, they want to start with Virginia. They know that's where they got that tobacco from. See, they used Virginia in particular because Virginia was where the tobacco at. That was the money crop. But it was another place that money crop was at. Virginia wasn't the only place tobacco was at. We got to remember it was two types of tobacco. For one, it was a sweet type, and it was a harsher type. That both types was popular. But the other place that the tobacco plant grew naturally was down south in the Caribbean and in Florida in the tropical areas. In Florida and in the Caribbean, those are the other places that tobacco was grown at. Virginia and down in Florida in the Caribbean. Now, when you look at the slave trade that they talk about, it got a lot to do with the Caribbean and Virginia, don't it? Think about it. First off, they tell you they brought you here in 1619 to Virginia. They start right away with Virginia and you. They say you started in America in Virginia. And there's some truth to that, but not the truth the way you thinking. They didn't bring you here. They found you here in Virginia. And they always tell you about the Caribbean and the slave trade there, right? And that's important. You know why? Because tobacco grows there. And I'm going to show you, even when you look at the back and forth, when they tell you only a small amount of Africans came to the United States from the slave trade, then they say, but technically they didn't come from Africa. They came from the Caribbean. Remember they tell you that? They say they didn't come directly from Africa. They came from the Caribbean, though. You got to put two and two together. Why would they bring other Indians from the Caribbean to Virginia, and then they was taking Indians from Virginia and sending them down the Caribbean? Ask yourself why. Well, it's a simple answer. Like I said, it was two types of tobacco, and they knew these Indians was experts in growing it. And up in Virginia, they had plenty expert tobacco growers in Virginia. They said, let's send a few of these knockers down to the Caribbean, and let's bring some of those knockers back and see if we can grow some of that other type of tobacco, and back and forth. They wanted to grow both types of tobacco in both climates. So you got to understand this. That's why they was transporting Negroes to the Caribbean from Virginia. It's not just a coincidence. That's why they was bringing Nagas from the Caribbean to Virginia and sending Nagas from North America, from Virginia and Carolina, down to the Caribbean. That's why they was doing this. And we gonna prove it. We got the proof. I know I talk crazy a lot of times, y'all. People be like, Blackjack be talking crazy. But I be doing that for a reason. I be trying to be a little entertainment. But I ain't gonna be with all the antics all the time. You know, it's time to be serious too. But I jump out the one to be playing around because I know my information's solid. Because I know I done took my time and researched it myself. I ain't giving y'all nothing that I ain't researched for my own good. Not just for coming on YouTube. It's for my own good. And salute to Dre Carr's music in the house. But let's go there. We were rocking out to that Brownstone in the intro. That was one of my mama favorite songs back in the day. My mama used to be playing that Brownstone. If you love me, say it. That's my jam, man. See, we got to get back to that kind of stuff, man. We got to get back to all the other kind of stuff that we do as a people. That's different from everybody else. But we're looking at this thumbnail before we jump into the research where we see these Virginnies. And we discuss the one on the left is the one event should be the one that's of interest to everybody. We should all be familiar with the one on the right. But that Virginia on the left, you should be like, damn, where that come from? And I'm going to show you. And we're going to slow it down. Somebody told me I'd be moving the sources too fast. And I said, all right, I'm going to slow down. I be just in the rhythm sometimes. But this where it come from. All you gotta do is Google the word Virginia and then click images and you can get right to it that way. Well, we're gonna talk about it and the origin of it. Because like I say, the history of Virginia is the history of the American Indian, is the history of tobacco, is the history of the Negro. I got the proof and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you very simply because some things you ain't know. You looking at this Virginia. Let's blow up that image. There it go right there. Y'all see it's a song to it too, right? Y'all, you niggas always got a song. I wish I had my soundboard. My soundboard ain't working right now. You niggas always, see, you niggas so musical. You niggas always got a song. It's just like James Brown, living in America. You niggas be proud of where you from. That man say, carry me back to old Virginia. He say the original Virginia. Before the white man got here. He say, carry me back to old Virginia, the original Virginia, when we was feathered up. That's what he's saying. Look at him. There's a happy little home. Now look now. He looking like Uncle Sam. Got on the trench coat. He got on the striped pants. He looking like Uncle Remus. He looking like Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Slade, right? Whichever one you want to pick. Whatever uncle you want to pick. I want somebody to try to tell me that ain't no Negro so I can laugh. Let's say, why is a racist minstrel tune? They say, why is a racist minstrel tune still recognized in Virginia? What you mean, a racist minstrel tune? See, I need my soundboard because this is funny. Somebody mad. Why is a racist minstrel tune still recognized in Virginia? Nah, this ain't racist because it's all about the Negro. It's all about the Virginia. You want to say it's racist now? Well, what you ain't know is that carry me back to old Virginia. It's the original state song of Virginia. You big dummy. It's the original state song of Virginia. You want somebody want to say this is a racist minstrel tune? Just because somebody might have did a minstrel with it, don't make it a racist minstrel tune. You big dummy. You want to erase the history. They already done changed the state song talking about it's racist. Somebody too woke. But this is the original state song of Virginia. Like I say, the origin of Virginia is you. You are the Virginia. The origin of Virginia is you. The origin of America is you. The American Indian is you. It's the Negro. And we got all the proof with this Virginia. So let's go to it. Take me back to Virginia, my nigga. Carry me back to old Virginia. Dark Enlightenment with House Hill in the house. See, they always want to try to make you ashamed of something. Because they don't, this is how they try to detach you from your history and from your origin. They try to make you think it's all about racism and then make you ashamed of it, make you hate your own culture just like you hate the flag. They try to take it all away from you and then they claim it for themselves and they make you hate it. You hating it. Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. Carry Me Back to Old Virginia is a song written circa 1878 by James A. Bland. Who is James A. Bland? Now they got this artistic picture of it. They say he was an American musician, songwriter. Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. I can't tell if he a Negro or a white man. I don't know. Could be either or. But it's a song written circa 1878 by James A. Bland. See, he's a Negro, a so-called African American. He's an indigenous Negro. Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. See, you what you thinking is racist is your history, your indigenous people telling our story. Carry Me Back to Old Virginny is a song written circa 1878 by James A. Bland, an indigenous American composer and minstrel performer. It was Virginia's state song from 1940 until 1997. There is some evidence suggesting that it is an adaptation of Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. Old Virginia, and it is. It is Carry Me Back to Old Virginia, and that's what it was way before 1940. The floating sky of Old Virginia, which had been popular since the 1840s, 100 years before 1940. It was Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. It was always the state song. The origin of Virginia, the origin of tobacco is the Indian, it's the Negro, and was sung by Confederate soldiers during the American Civil War as Virginia state song. A third reworded version. See, they always rewording it like the 10 little N words, and they change it to the 10 little Indians and back and forth. They always got to reword it. A third reworded version was Virginia state song from 1940 until 1997. So it was basically a Virginia state song for 157 years, using the word Virginia instead of Virginny. See, they know Virginny is connected to you. The Virginny ain't connected to no fake $5 Native American, Dawes Road fake Indian. The word Virginny is connected to the Negro, the real American Indian. That's why they want to change it. They say, no, you can't use Virginny. They say, change it to Virginia instead. It was retired as the state song largely due to the controversy over the lyrics. Racial content. Is it all, are you sure it's just about racial content because the Negro wrote it? Or is it about the exposure of the American Indian Negro? What is the controversy really all about? Racial content, such as the narrator being the slave. Is it being the slave, or what about an Indian? And referring to himself as a darky. Is a darky, what's that, a Negro, or African, or is that an Indian? Do you really know your history? On January 28, 1997, the Virginia Senate voted to designate Carry Me Back to Old Virginia as state song emeritus, and a study. They always talking about the study. Oh, you want to get reparations? We need to do a study. And a study committee initiated a contest for writing a new state song. They want to write you Negroes out of history, see? But I ain't gonna be the one to let it happen. Copper Goddess in the house, salute. The song was representative of the Commonwealth in many ways. When Clifton A. Woodrum was in Congress, the House of Representatives couldn't adjourn until the Honorable Democrat from Roanoke, Virginia, with a rich and varied baritone voice, led the body in a rendition of Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. See there? Even the Democrats was out there singing it. In January 2006, a state Senate panel voted to designate Shenandoah as the interim official state song. On March 1st, 2006, the House Rules Committee of the General Assembly voted down a bill which would have made Shenandoah the official state song. In 2015, Our Great Virginia was made the new state song of Virginia. See, so they can't let go Old Virginia. See, they keep just remixing it. But it was Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. Now, why is Carry Me Back to Old Virginia significant? If you've been watching this channel, you know damn well why Carry Me Back to Old Virginia is significant. Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. You know why? Because it's telling the truth about the Indian Negro. The phrase cigar stove Virginia likely refers to the historical. Yes, it's historical. Just like them called tobacco Indians from Europe. The historical term cigar stove Indian or Virginian, the Negro. And this only applies to the Negro in the United States. This applies to our ancestors. It don't apply to no tether. I wish I had the tether alarm right now. This don't apply to no tether. This is strictly for my Nagas in the USA. This is not Canada. This is not Mexico. This is not South America. And we're going to talk about the Caribbean. But when we talking about Virginia, we ain't talking about the Caribbean. We talking about Nagas with ancestry in the US only. Because they were called Virginians. They weren't called Mexicans. The first tobacco Indians weren't called Mexicans. The first tobacco Indians weren't called Caribbeans. The first tobacco Indians weren't called Canadians. They were called Virginians. Them our ancestors. So don't no tether running here talking about Me Too today. Don't come in here if you a tether talking about Me Too today. Hey, in the studio, we're in the studio with DJ Fingerprints in the house. Salute. Hey man, yeah, they all seeing too many notifications out. That's why I be wrenching everybody up. That's cool. I give everybody that's cool a wrench because I know they don't be giving out notifications. So I try to help, but you know it is what it is. YouTube be hating about the truth. But this is strictly our ancestors, man. This ain't nobody. Don't let nobody else kind of latch on. All these latch on Negroes want to talk about us. When it's talking about Virginia, ain't no us. If you ain't from the U.S., we ain't talking about you right now. But it refers to the wooden statues of Native Americans. Yeah, the first historical images of Native Americans was USA Negroes, Virginians. It was our ancestors. The first historical Indians, the first historical images of the indigenous people, the first hardcore one that was on paper, and the first ones that was wooden made. It was of Virginians. We got to make that clear. That is important. Which were wooden statues of Native Americans, the real Native Americans, the Virginians, the Virginnies, the Virginny, the real Native Americans. This is important. It say which were wooden statues of Native American used as outdoor advertising for cigar shops in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Okay, so we know that. And if you a real Naga like me, all of us got ancestry from Virginia. Man, my third great grandparents on both sides, on my mom and my daddy's side, got ancestors from Virginia. Here go on my daddy's side, Samuel Vickers, my second great grandfather. Let me go to my sources for my grandfather. See, on these census records, they'll tell you where they was born, and they'll tell you where their parents was born sometime, like this 1900 census right here. Samuel Vickers, he was 46 in 1900. He was born in 1854. He was born in Georgia. His daddy, he'll tell you, was born in Georgia, but his mama was a Virginny. Then his wife, my great great grandma Louisa, she was born in Georgia, but her mama and her daddy was born. They was Virginnies, and she was born in 1851. And this was the census that was in. She was born in Georgia. Her husband, my granddaddy, he was born in Georgia too. His daddy was born in Georgia, but his mom was born in Virginia. Her mom and daddy was born in Virginia. This census was in Florida, in Jefferson County. The Virginny, the original tobacco Indians, was made in England. Virginnies. He had a pipe in his hand. They broke his pipe or something. He had a pipe in his hand. I know all about these. He got his tobacco roll right there. That he got a Sun Star medallion on it. This is the only one I seen with a Sun Star medallion. I seen a lot of them with medallions, but he got a Sun Star medallion. But they say he was important. They say this was a Powhatan chief. They say made in the shape of a Native American from Virginia. This is a Virginny. In the U.S., the United States, nobody else. All the tobacco Indians from England was of Indians from Virginia. It wasn't none from the Caribbean or nowhere else. These is USA Negroes. We don't know about all y'all. I'm kidding. Wait, I'm just teasing. Well, I'm trying to make a point clear. I'm trying to let you niggas know in America, in the United States, this our shit. Don't let nobody else take no credit. This is us. And I'm talking about, yeah, the tobacco Indians was us too, Naga, all in Jamaica. No, Naga, you cool and all, but Naga, no, them tobacco Indians ain't you. Them Virginnies. We gotta start, cause everybody wanna claim our stuff all the time. That's why I'm finna start pointing stuff out, man. All the real tobacco Indians, the original ones in England and in Europe, they was Virginians, just like my great great grandmom and my great great granddaddies. And this was 1790. That's probably around the time one of my great great grandma, I don't even know their name yet. Like I ain't found this great 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 grandfather and great 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 grandmother. All I know is they was born in Virginia, and I know they were Louisa mom and dad. I gotta find them. I'm still searching for them too. And if Louisa was born in 1851, they probably was born in 1820 something, and they mom and dad was probably born in Virginia in 1700 something. I ain't stupid, man. I'm not an idiot. Yeah, circa 1790. Yeah, I bet Virginia, the real ones. I don't even gotta show the front. That's all you need to know right there. That's all you need to know right there. We ain't even gotta turn them around. Can't nobody else claim that. That's a bush. That's a cookie bush. All these missing is a pick with a black fist on it. Can't nobody claim this but us. So they can kill all that. They can chill with that. You ain't no Virginian. You ain't no Virginian. You ain't no Indian. It's only one type of Indian. I don't want to hear all these that bull. These other content creators be telling y'all lies, talking about, oh, it was all kind of Indians. That's a lie. I don't care who told y'all that. It's only one type of Indian, a nappy-headed ass Negro of Virginia with a kitchen in the back. I don't care who told y'all. I don't care how famous the content creator is. If they told you that it was different races of Indians, they lying and they don't know what they talking about. In Europe and in England, when they made Virginnies, they ain't make a bunch of different races. They made one. So I don't want to hear that. Yeah, people act like they don't know. I know they don't know what they be talking about. I know they don't know. I know they don't know what a real Virginian is. Circa 1900. Shit, 1900. That's when this census was. In 1900 in Virginia. I mean, well, not in Virginia, it was in Florida. And my granny was 49 years old in 1900. And at least they were still telling the truth, though. In 1900, and they was selling that tobacco. And over there in England, they was putting these in front of the store. They were like, you want to see what a Virginian is? A black boy? Well, here it go. That's what they were doing. They weren't having no long nose ass red man. They be having a long ass bent nose. That's not a real Indian with a long bent nose, or a long bent nose red man with straight hair. That's a fake Indian. In 1900, when my great great grandma Louisa was 49, and her mama and daddy were from Virginia, this what a Virginia was in 1900. All that what you talking about, coming over here talking crazy, you out of here. It say, the painted paper mache advertising figure designed to be displayed in a shop window, probably to advertise tobacco. Yeah, of course. Modeled as a young Negro youth in white shorts with a goggle expression, his arms held out before him, probably once holding a pipe. Yeah, we know he was holding the pipe. And y'all broke it out of his hand trying to hide the fact that it's an Indian. All these tobacco Indians missing their pipe. Nobody y'all broke the pipe. Y'all trying to hide the fact that they Indians. You want to try to say they Africans, but Africans didn't have tobacco and smoking clay pipes. Indians did. So y'all was trying to hide the deception. Yo, this is African. You ain't break the feathers out though, but you can break the feathers out too, and you're still an Indian, no matter what you try to do. They say probably once holding a pipe or plaque, and with three red Indian feathers, as a headdress in his hair. The whole standing on a buff, painted rectangular wooden plinth base. Hails from Edwardian period England. Of course, we know that England was the experts. We know like all them Sir Walter Raleigh and all them stupid MFers came over here on our stole our granddaddy crops and farms. And they were trying to ship them out, ship noggers around, sending noggers out of Virginia, sending noggers everywhere else, and then bringing other noggers here. I know what they was doing. Virginia tobacco plantation played a crucial role in the colonial economy, with tobacco becoming a major cash crop and driving tobacco. What drove? Ain't nothing else drove the growth of Virginia like tobacco. It drove the growth of the plantation system, heavily relying on enslaved labor. What heavily drove slavery? Tobacco. Yeah, they use slaves for everything else. Yeah, they use slaves for sugar cane. They use slaves to grow corn. They use slaves to do all of that. But it was tobacco was the main driver. And then when you go look at that is this old song, Carry Me Back to Virginia, Virginia. Let's show the real song. What a real song at. They even talk about it. Hold on. Look, Ray Charles even did it. Look it up. Our great granddaddy Ray did that. He did Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. Ray Charles knew. Ray Charles, somebody don't tell me no remix. I'm doing the old one. He did that thing in 1960. It came out in 1840. Carry Me Back to Old Virginia, 1878. Encyclopedia of Virginia. There you go. Let's look at the lyrics of this real quick, because they're going to talk about that slavery and what they was growing. They go to full text right there. Carry me back to Old Virginia. There's where the cotton and the corn and taters grow. Yeah, the corn. See, you noggers, your granddaddy knew how to grow corn like nobody else. That's another reason you know they the real Indians. But that tobacco was the cash crop, what you gotta understand. That corn was a crop that kept everybody fed too. A molten gate in the house. But that tobacco was that cash crop. That's what they were ready to, the white people were ready to kill for, that cash crop. There's where the birds warble sweet in the springtime. There's where the old dark is. The old dark is hard and long to go. There's where I labor so hard for old master. Day after day in the fields of yellow corn. He said he was laboring for that yellow corn, man. He said, master ain't even know nothing about growing no damn corn. It ain't no fake $5 red man with nowhere in sight back then. They ain't get here till the damn 1900s almost. He said the only it was just master and the niggers. And he said the Negroes were the only ones that knew how to grow the corn because they was the Indians. It's a no place on earth do I love more sincerely than old Virginia. The place where I was born. He said that's where he was born in Old Virginia. Chorus, carry me back to Old Virginia. There's where the cotton and the corn and taters grow. There's where the birds warble sweet in the springtime. There's where the old dark is hard and long to go. Carry me back to Old Virginia. There let me live till I wither and decay. Loaned by the old dismal swamp. Have I wondered, there's where this old darkest life will pass away. Master and Missy have long gone before me. He said Master and Missy's already died. Soon we will meet on that bright and golden shore. There we'll be happy and free from all sorrow. That's where we'll meet and we'll never part no more. That's the song, Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. Coming straight from the words of a Virginie, of a Negro. Who is the Virginie? The Virginie is the Indian. Who is the Virginie? There you go. On the tobacco ad. There you go, the Virginie. Who is the Virginie? The Virginie is the Negro. See, people can get mad all they want, man. And they can take this for a joke, because we be clowning sometimes. But you can't beat evidence. You cannot deny the evidence of the Virginie. You cannot deny who the Virginie is. You cannot deny that the Virginie, that the Indian is a black boy. There's no denying it. You can try, you can try, you can try. You can say, but my ancestors was on the Dawes Road. So what? Your ancestors is not a Virginie. The Virginny existed before the Dawes Roll. The painted young Negro, Indian feathers, the figures in fair condition, what they call them, where it's at. The black boy. They call him a Virginny too on here, where it's at. In England, fair condition, hold on. His colors vivid. Where they gonna talk that Virginia at? Take that shit to Virginia. By 1860, the accepted tobacconist was a cigar store Indian. The black boys or Virginians. They were called black boys or Virginians. See, the original American Indian was called a black boy or a Virginian, or the N-word too. They called him the N-word too. They called him the black boy or Virginian and the N-word. It ain't had nothing to do with no Africa. That's deception. That's a modern deception. They didn't start saying Africa to the 1900s. Virginia tobacco plant. Why they kept trading knockers from Virginia to the Caribbean though? Virginia tobacco plantation played a crucial role in the colonial economy, with tobacco becoming a major so we know that about Virginia. We know Virginia is the land of tobacco. We know that, right? Slavery and the slave. We know it's the Indians and we know it's slavery. Even though they write Africans and they want to say 1619. See how they want to do the Indian? They want to say no, you are African now. 1619. Tobacco's legacy. The legacy of tobacco and the tragedy of slavery are forever intertwined in Virginia. The Negro, the Indian, tobacco, Virginia, America, forever intertwined. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They telling you it's forever intertwined. Those things, the Negro, Indian, slavery, tobacco, Virginia. You cannot talk about the history of it without including it. Or you half stepping and you're not credible. Now what about the Caribbean? Tobacco plantations thrived in the Caribbean, particularly in islands like Barbados, St. Kitts, Antigua, Grenada, and Dominica during the 17th and 18th century, the 16 and 1700s. So tobacco was thriving in Virginia and it was thriving in the Caribbean. And they said Virginia was fueled by tobacco, and they say for centuries they say fueled by the demand for tobacco in Europe and the use of enslaved labor. Tobacco, the Caribbean, Indians, Negroes, forever intertwined, just like Virginia. Now remember why? Why you ask? The rise of tobacco as a crop. Let's stroll down a little bit further. Where they tell you it was two types of tobacco. Maybe it's not on this one. Let me see if it's on the other one. Shift to other crops. Nah, we don't want to hear about other crops. We want to hear about this tobacco. Economic foundations. Tobacco became the foundation of the Virginia economy. We know they made the Negro do all the labor. The Negro the only one knew how to grow everything. Of course, the Negro ran all the farms because the farms was ours. We the only one knew how to grow cotton, corn, sugar cane, tobacco. But tobacco was the foundation. Tobacco's rise. It was two types of tobacco. But I'm going to show y'all that, but we'll go back to that. But the two types of tobacco, the sweet type and the harsh type, the Orinoco type. Now see, these plantations thrived in the Caribbean too. Now that's why, boom, the Chesapeake Bay region, Virginia, or the Carolina and all that, was second with about a third or an estimated 130,000 men, women, and children disembarking there. Some of these enslaved people, particularly before 1700, the 1600s, came to North America not directly from Africa. They never came from Africa. They were Indian Negroes from the Caribbean, but from the Caribbean, where to Virginia, planters purchased them to work the tobacco fields. I be joking a lot, y'all, but when it come down to it, I really know what I'm talking about here. And I don't think too many people can really touch me on this subject. I don't care who they is, because I hear a lot of flaws in their arguments. The truth is right in our face. Truth be told, China in the house, salute. The tobacco, two types, one in the Caribbean, one in Virginia. They wanted to swap Nagas. Ain't no slave came from Africa to the U.S. or Caribbean at all. They swapped Nagas from the Caribbean and brought them up to Virginia to try to grow the other kind of tobacco, the Orinoco type. And they was taking Nagas from Virginia down to the Caribbean to try to grow the sweet type of tobacco. They was experimenting to see whether they could grow both, and they took tobacco and Indian Negroes back to Europe to grow it there too, and to teach white people how to grow it. The transatlantic slave trade, yeah, yeah, yeah. Middle Passage, my ass. There wasn't no tobacco in Africa. They didn't come from Africa. They came from the Caribbean and back and forth all over tobacco. It was all about tobacco. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, back to old Virginny. He probably sent his ass to Jamaica somewhere. He said to carry me back to Virginia, bitch. Two types of tobacco. Y'all know it's two types. Some of y'all smoke, y'all like that sweet stuff. Y'all smoke that sweet smelling stuff. Be smelling like cotton candy. Two main types of tobacco grown in colonial America were the sweet scented and the Orinoco. Orinoco was coarser, bulkier, and pointer, while sweet scented was rounder and had finer fibers, the sweet scented being preferred in England and Orinoco in the rest of Europe. See, in England, they liked that tobacco from Virginia. They liked that sweet stuff. Now, let me show y'all something. In England, and that's why they made them tobacco Indians or you Negroes. Because England loved them swisher sweets and shit. They love that sweet cotton candy, black and mild smelling ass tobacco. And the rest of Europe, though, Spain and all them, they like the harsh tobacco. They like Marlboros and shit. That shit that grow down. They like that cat head tobacco. That shit that grow down there in Jamaica and shit. They like that cat head weed. But this I'm being joking, but this is serious. They liked the sweet scented tobacco from Virginia. Now you want to show you some proof to relate to it, want to connect the dot. In England, the people that made the first tobacco Indians, the Negroes, the Virginians, they liked it, the sweet smelling tobacco. And I already know. Cause look, y'all remember now, Pleasures of the Smoke. One of the realest pieces of research, even though it got hijacked. All the research got hijacked in it. You just gotta understand the people that's writing this stuff, even though they gonna expose some truth by accident, they don't really understand the whole truth. That's why they put hijack there too, because they don't really know. They don't know. They don't really get it all the way. They be dumbfounded really. They expose truth, like in Pleasures of the Smoke. They exposed a lot of truth, but they were still trying to connect Africa to it because they were like, these is niggas, basically. They were like, these niggas. They were like, Africa got to be involved here somewhere. Now look, in England making all these tobacco niggas. England, England got their big mouth open, exposing all these depictions, historical depictions of the real Indians, the first Virginians, the real Indians that they ran into. All these different depictions. But look, man, let's go down further. It's down here somewhere. It's in my community post. Hold on. Click down some more. There it go, look. Y'all remember that? See the white boy smelling it? See, I wish I had my soundboard. I want to hit the loud button. See the white, see the collar now, he smelling it. And look what the nigga saying. It's sweet scent. Now this is an advertisement from Pleasures of the Smoke. The sweet brand was in Virginia. See, that's Virginia. This pleasure of the smoke right here. He got the tobacco waved in his face. He's like, "Here, white boy, I know you want some of this sweet scented tobacco. You're from England." He was like, "You over there making Virginnies and black boy tobacco Indians that look like me." And he say, "This is what you came for. You came for this sweet scented tobacco from Virginia. You don't want the Orinoco harsh stuff. You don't want that cat head tobacco from the Caribbean." Hey, I'll be making little jokes, but I know the information. That's why I be joking about it. I know the information, but I be trying to add some humor to it. I add the humor to it to really expose to you how real this is. This is not fake here. Cause when I add the humor to it, I'm just trying to put you in their shoes, like you was sitting there right there with him and what he's saying. What the hell you think he's saying? They got him saying it's sweet scented. What else you think he said? He probably called him a pale face or redneck or something. He said, "Yeah, take this back to England with your ass on that ship. Hurry up and give me my money." He probably, I, I can add, I can add lyrics to all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I got imagination like that. I can just think about what he was saying and what the white boy was thinking. He was like, "Yeah, it does smell very sweet, not like that cat head from Jamaica." I know what he was saying. And it's funny because when you look at him, he got his quiver pack on, he got his strap going across him, arrows on his back, he got his weapon on him. He got his feathers going straight up, not like the fake Native Americans. The fake Native Americans were Kung Fu Indians from Eurasia. They from Europe and Asia with their long bent nose and straight hair talking about they're red man. The fake Native Americans, they have feathers that be way, they be having doing way too much with the feathers. Feathers just everywhere. That is not historically correct. The historical images from the original Virginnies and original Indians, the feathers going up like a crown, and that's the only thing you see. Just like these Virginians down here, the only thing you see. I don't care what some liars say. I don't care what the rest of the world believe. I already know. See me, I already know most people dummies. I already know most people just, I used to teach. I know how many dumb people it is out the population. It's more dumb people than it is smart. I used to teach people, man. I know. I helped class for years. Usually in a group of people, the dumb people be the majority and the smart people be the minority. I'm just telling you facts. So like when the whole world believe that we came from Africa, I just chop it off as, you know what? This is the majority of dumb people. They so dumb that they don't think for themselves. And they just gotta believe. They believe what the colonizer educational department and educational teaching. A bunch of lies. And I'm like, you gotta be crazy. And then these people that call me crazy, I'm like, you the one believe what the white man teaching though. And I'm trying to show, I'm looking at history from my own point of view and showing you the truth. This is what I don't get about niggas. This what drive me crazy about niggas sometimes. They want to be African. So I chop it all too. As when it come to niggas, some niggas just in love with the idea of Africa. Nigga like Dr. Umar, that nigga probably go shopping for dashikis for fun. He probably just love dashikis and he love African culture that he don't got no relation to. He don't got no relation to. He love that culture. He love talking shit like about that African shit because he done fell in love with a brainwash. Instead of saying, wait a minute, let me look at the information from my own point of view. And that's what I even tell people, don't just believe me. I talk shit because I want you to go try to challenge me. I really want you to because I know you can't win. If you don't believe this stuff, I love the people that come over here and don't believe this stuff. I love y'all. The people that, I ain't talking about the cons that be over there. I'm talking about the sheeple. Like Copper gotta say the sheeple. I love the sheeple because when they don't believe this shit, I say, okay, well go prove it wrong. You know what I'm saying? I say, good luck. I say, good luck proving all this shit wrong. You got a task on your hand and you ain't got nothing. I know you can't prove it wrong. So I know you finna go do a bunch of, what you really finna go do when the sheeple come over here and they try to prove this wrong, what they really finna go do, if they really go try to prove this shit, if they really sincerely like go do some research just to try to prove me wrong, they gonna end up joining our team. They gonna be like, man, this shit hit the real deal. They gonna be like, oh shit, they gonna wake up like a light switch hit their ass across the head. Cause you can't disprove it. You can't disprove it. This ain't my shit. This is our shit. This is our ancestor shit. I didn't make this up. I just know about it. All this stuff we talk about, all these images, just like I be watching YouTube channels too. I be seeing what people be talking about because I try to make sure I don't do the same stuff. I ain't never seen nobody talk about carrying me back to old Virginia. I ain't all the content creators that do Indian content ain't even no disrespect. But I ain't never seen nobody popping off about old Virginia, and I wonder why. I be like, all right, you want to try to prove who he is to everybody, but you gotta lay out the hardcore facts. It's all good to have a pep rally, and we pop off, but our people want proof. When you type in Virginia, look what it shit. It don't nothing come up but you. When you type in Virginia, how dare a red man, a fake ass Native American, try to say he the Indian? How dare you? You tell us you tell us you when we end up on the Dawes Road as freedmen, you tell us we ain't real Indians, that your ancestors had us as slaves. You join the Europeans, cause we know you one of them. You fake $5 Indian. We know the fake Cherokee Dawes Road Indian. We know you Europeans. That's why you say, oh, you niggas was freedmen. You was our slaves. You just like the European. You the same thing. You a colonizer. You ain't the Virginia. It was us. And the jig been up. The math don't math when it come to you. It math when it come to us. Everything line up. Oh, Virginia, I ain't seen a red man yet. Where the F the red man at when it comes to Virginia? Where is he? Do he even exist? Do a red man even exist? Oh, Virginia, huh? This ain't no old Virginia. They wish they was old Virginia. That's somebody done remade the song. They want to be the old Virginia. Hey, they want to be us so bad. Look, old Virginia, they got a white lady. They singing it though. They singing the song though. They like the song. They like they like it. A nigga wrote it though. This is funny to me. This is hilarious because I bet this white lady might not even know who. She don't even know who. I bet her dumb ass. I bet this big dummy right here. She just like the song. Yeah, I'm a Virginian. She probably named her daughter Virginia, and she don't even know who wrote the damn song for real. Cause they be lying for one. They done remixed it. They done lied about it. They ain't telling her who wrote that song. She don't know what the hell that song about whatsoever. Don't none of them do. They be more ignorant than we is. They don't know who wrote Old Virginia. They don't know who wrote the real song. No, I be laughing at people. Yeah, they say they probably be looking this up. They see this shit here. They probably be like, what the doozy? They be like, is that Ray Charles? Hey, this junk here so funny, man. This junk, hey, cause it ain't nothing but the colonizers and the real Indians. Look, it's just like them old pictures. Look, it's just like these old tobacco ads. It's the colonizers and the real Indians. It ain't no red man. It ain't no Africans. It's the blacks and the whites, the colonizers and the real Indians. The way they tell history, you would think it's gonna be a melting pot. It was just a rainbow of people running around. Yeah, right. It wasn't no fucking rainbow of people running around in America. These people stupid as hell, man. Most people stupid, man. I'm just being honest. Most people dumb, man, because see, the thing about me and y'all, the thing about y'all too, we militant. Like, so we already got a chip on our shoulder. Like, I don't never believe nothing. See me, my mind, how my brain work. In my brain, everybody is lying until proven otherwise. That's how I approach life. I approach life as if everybody is lying to me until proven otherwise. I ain't gonna lie. That's the way I approach life, man. I look at life like everybody's lying. Like, what is this person lying about? Let me see. And I don't believe nothing nobody say until I prove it in my own mind. I don't care what it's about either. I know people try to tell stuff where it benefit them. You know what I'm saying? That's human nature. It can be just some bullshit, but that's human nature. People will tell some shit, but they'll tell it in a way that it benefit them. And they be lying their ass out the whole time. So I'm already used to that. So in my mind, I'm like, everybody be lying out here. You know what I'm saying? In history, the history teaching line, I always been like that in school. All that talking about pledge allegiance. I ain't gotta stand up. You can't. Something ain't right about this. Talking about stand up and put my hand on my heart. And this stupid ass white person song. That if they were playing James Brown, I might would have did it. But they playing, oh say, can you see by the dawn? They playing some bullshit that sound like somebody from England was sitting back here writing this shit and trying to dance, and they were dancing trying to do a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Oh say, can you see? Get that stupid ass shit out of here. I'm not finna stand for that. Put on some MF and James Brown. I need some shit that hit. This shit ain't hitting. If you would have put James Brown on, talking about living in America, I would have stood up. I would have did the Pledge of Allegiance, and I would have did a backflip. But y'all playing that bullshit. And see, y'all trying to make us hate our own shit. I see what's going on here. Y'all trying to hijack our culture, be lying and shit. So every time somebody tell me something, I'm reanalyzing it. Especially if you're trying to teach me something, I'm analyzing everything, and then I'm gonna try to prove you wrong. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Try to prove you wrong. Little old Virginians, they making drinks. This nigga really got a drink cooler, a Virginia can cooler that say Old Virginia. See, this white man that's holding his drink, he probably think, oh, this is cool. He probably think I was born in Virginia, born in the USA, ass cracker. And he think he a Virginia. He don't know the history though. I know he don't. I know they don't. They don't know what the hell be going on for real. But they want to act like we the ones that's dumb, or we the ones that don't know. Nah, they don't know. We gonna keep exposed now. Look, from bleeding Kansas to Old Virginia. Look, Kansas, Indian Territory to Old Virginia. And look, then it's just like in Florida too. Like, alright, so when you look up like the free Negroes in Virginia, cause they can't explain that, they want to try to tell you, well, they earned money and bought their freedom, or they got mad. They want to tell you a bullshit story. But then they gonna tell you, well, then they made a law in Virginia where the free Negroes had to leave. And that's when they was making Negroes go to Indian Territory. See, just like in Florida, they was making Negroes go to Oklahoma. Now, why you want to say why they was making Negroes leave Virginia and Florida? Remember, Florida was just like the Caribbean. Tobacco grow there, the other kind grow there. So in Florida, they wanted that land just like they wanted Virginia. So they said, you Negroes got to get the hell, you, especially you free Negroes, you ain't slaving out here on the tobacco field getting this tobacco was to send to Europe, back to King James and them. You got to get the F out of Virginia and Florida. And they were sending Negroes to Oklahoma and Kansas where the tobacco don't grow at. See? Look, think it's the game. See, I look at this stuff from every angle. Like, if I was the police, a lot of nigglets would be in trouble out here, boy. If I was a detective, boy, there'd be a lot of, I'd be solving murder cases left and right. Nigglets would be locked up every day fucking around with me. But y'all lucky I ain't on that. You killers out there, y'all lucky I ain't no detective. Look, watch this. And, look. A law passed in Virginia. Free blacks had to leave. Law passed, free blacks leave Virginia and Florida too. They did the same thing. They said you niggas can't. They tried to kick out. That's how they stole our granddaddy farms. They wanted the tobacco farms. They wanted the money. Law passed, free blacks leave Virginia. Look, and then they want to lie, tell you all the Virginians came from Africa. How you came from Africa when you were Virginia? Look, in 1806, Virginia passed a law requiring, look, they talking about formerly enslaved people free as made to leave the state within a year or face re-enslavement. What kind of BS is that? All right, you Negroes flee free. Some of these Negroes never been a slave. So think about this. You never been a slave. You just an Indian. You just an Indian. And they come telling you in 1806, yeah, we just passed a law. You free niggers, even though y'all ain't never been slaves, y'all better leave or you gonna be re-enslaved. You gonna be like, re-enslaved, bitch, I ain't came from Africa. Look what they did. And look, in Florida they did the same thing. Look. See where that tobacco grow at. That's why they wanted all the free Negroes that own land and farms and growing that tobacco. They wanted you out of Virginia, and they wanted to bring Negroes from the Caribbean don't own nothing, but they know how to grow tobacco too. Bring them up there to Virginia and have them work your granddaddy farms and teach the white indentured slaves that came over during the same time, had them niggas teaching them how to grow it. So some of them can go back to Europe and grow it, and so they don't really need you no more. But they still needed a noggin anyway. Look, law passed in Florida. Law passed, free blacks leave Florida. All this round Trail of Tears and all that time. Free blacks leave Florida. Look. See, them fake Indians, one thing about them and me, they don't even know the history that they claiming is theirs with they dumb ass, them big dummies. You claiming to be a fake $5 Indian, but you don't know the history, MF'er. To leave Florida, look. This went right before the Trail of Tears. All these knockers had to go, was going to Oklahoma and shit. Look, 1847, look. 1827, free Negroes were prohibited from entering Florida. And in 1828, those already there were prohibited from assembling in public. In 1829, the statute required a fine of $200 for every person manumitted or set free, and required the freed person to leave the territory within 30 days or be re-enslaved. So in 1827 in Florida, and in 1806 in Virginia, free Negroes had to leave. Where do you think they went? Trail of Tears, Oklahoma. You're talking about Yamasee Negroes. You're talking about Seminole Negroes. You're talking about all of that. The Yamasee War, Virginia, South Carolina. The Yamasee Negroes, that's where they from. And that's why when you talk Yamasee Negroes, Seminole Negroes, you talking about South Carolina, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Texas. You talking about the sun. You talking about the black belt. Look, hold on, back up, back up, back up, back up. All right, look, the Yama. Wait a minute, man. How the hell I just did that? This bullshit. This Teenage Mutant Ninja cartoon looking ass fake Kung Fu Indian, man, they need to stop it, man. They killing me with that, man. I hate these people. That's why, see, that's why I am how I am. Let me go back to all the Yamasee. The Yamasee was Virginia, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia. The Yamasee, town in South Carolina. Where does the Yamasee tribe known for whooping them folks' ass in the 18th century? The Yamasee are the best known for their involvement in the Indian slave trade in the 18th century war, the Yamasee War. What region of South Carolina? It was South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Look, the Savannah River, all the way down to Florida. That's why a lot of Seminoles they say they were just Yamasee Indians, or the Samara. I didn't mean to do that. I got a video about the Yamasee War. That's one of my most viewed videos. Hold on, images. They show that fake cartoon ass Yamasee, but when you go to the Yamasee War though, and you pull up the historic image, the historic painting of the Yamasee War, you know what it is. It's us again. That's why I say they be throwing at that fake shit. Man, freezing up my computer. I ain't even playing no music or nothing. I ain't got the soundboard going. They still freezing me up. All right, I'll give it a second. Let me just give it a second, y'all. Let me see. There you go. The honesty. They showed that fake ass Indian, and the whole time it's the niggas though. The Yamasee Indians right there. You see who the colonizers is, and you see who the Indians is. The N-words. That's why they don't come in. So I know they still be watching cool because they be sneak dissing. Like these fake Indians and these white people come here sneak dissing on the slick. They don't say nothing when we live. They come say some goofy shit after the show over. You from Africa. Man, run out the room way after the show over. So I be like, man, whatever, man. You can't compete. This just gonna get yourself blocked talking crazy and doing coward shit. You can't beat the information though. Fake white man want to talk about here. Yamasee, man. Why you ain't on the picture then from way back in the 1800s? That's the thing. They say, well, they'll say, well, we remixed that picture. That's what they gonna say. And see if they got a remix. They gonna say, yeah, we remixed it. See. They'll say, we remixed it. They cannibal ass. Man, they want to be us so bad, boy. I can't stand these people for real. I can't stand them. Kevin Hill in the house. I can't stand them because they live in the lie, man. They fake. They fake, man. I don't like fake shit. They fake. They just straight up fake. And the ones that be down there, especially down there in Mexico, talking about they the Aztecs, I be like, man, y'all need to stop all that lying and get y'all goof ass on out here. I be like, your ass is a Spaniard talking crazy. Talking about we the Aztecs, bitch. Stop, man. Look at this. This fake ass Yamasee war. That junk don't even look like no real war. Somebody hiding behind a tree. Come on, man. The other painting with the Negroes, you could tell that's the real one. Everybody know that's the real one. This fake ass boy, damn, these people, they living the whole lie. They gotta redo all our art, all the paintings and the art that's about our history. Just like the allegories, they have to redo them. They have to redo all of it. It's crazy. They have to redo all the paintings, all the allegories, and try to fit themselves in there. Cause all the real paintings, all the real allegories, everything real, it's the Negro and nobody else. It ain't like, yeah, it was black Indians and it was other Indians too. It was red man too, bitch. No, never was. It was straight up Negro. This was Negro land. They thought Africa was Negro land till they came over here and they found the real Negro land. All that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? See, we gotta understand it like that. We gotta take our shit like that. We can't let other people talk about they Indians too. And hell no. You don't, you can't just look like us talking about you an Indian. If your ass an African for real, we don't accept you. We don't accept you as one of us talking about, oh, you black too. Hell no. If you a Negro and you from Africa, your ass. I know some Indians got sent to Africa, but like I say, I look at everybody out here as they're lying to me until proven otherwise. If your ass from Africa, in my eyes, you an African until proven otherwise. I don't know what you've been doing over there. Your ancestors could have been laying over there with Shaka Zulu, laying around with white people. I don't know what the hell y'all. Even if your ass a real Indian and your ancestors real Indian, you don't went to Africa. Your people don't went to Africa and lived some generations. Well, in my eyes, you ain't Indian no more. We don't know what you were doing over there. Because some people be saying, hey, Black Jack, you know, some Indians got sent to Europe and they got sent to Africa. I'm like, fool, I know. That don't mean I'm just finna start accepting the Negroes in the tribe, talking about, okay, this possibly one of the Negroes, possibly one of our people. They got sent to Africa. Bitch, your ass been over there in Africa a couple hundred years now. You an African now. You ain't Yo, even though the Africans in your family tree, your ass gotta be fucking with me. Your ass, you can't have no Shaka Zulu in your tree fucking with me. Well, I be cool with you, but I ain't fucking with you like your tree, motherfucker. Your tree better be. I better see motherfuckers with some like Wheezy. I better see some names like boy like Fanny. I been not seen no Shaka Zulu on your tree, especially women. Like if I date a woman, like that's why people be catfishing too out here. The world crazy. Cause y'all know the world with this internet stuff now. Like you gotta be careful. Like you don't know where people come from for real. You be like, man, let me see your family tree. That's why I be like genealogy. Like any girl I talk to for real, like in real life, and be like, all right, what about your mom and dad and them? You know what I'm saying? You can't even be talking about you black, cause I don't know where you from for real. I mean, your family tree. cause like, cause I want to have some kids, right? Like I want to have a couple kids, but like I want they mama like to have a family tree something like mine. Like I want to see Virginia up in there. I don't want to. Like, I ain't trying to mix out for real, y'all. Like I don't want all that other shit. Like I have some children. I don't want them children to be having like all these other genealogies on our family. I ain't with that shit. I want the family tree to have Georgia, Florida. It gotta have U.S. cities and states, like the whole thing. It gotta be just like mine. Like it can't be nothing but U.S. 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 Like or I ain't or like I ain't really with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know people, cause some knockers just be ready to mix out. They be like, I heard a knocker tell me he be gonna get one of these Venezuelan immigrants. I was like, this nigga crazy. I'm like, man, see, this why we ain't gonna never have no more Teddy Pendergrass. I'm like, we ain't gonna never have no more Marvin Gaye, man. Everybody trying to mix out. Y'all trying to get with like the music finna get crazy. Y'all finna make a bunch of Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes. We ain't gonna never have family that wasn't no immigrants like Rolling Martin. When the American Negro mix with an immigrant, it be a fucked up situation out there. You know what you produce when you mix with an immigrant as a talking about they black too. You produce a Rolling Martin. That's what you. I ain't gonna lie, man. I be feeling like, as a black American, I be like, man, from the U.S., I be like, if I was to get a woman, like, from another place, like, I'm like, the baby gonna be ugly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'm for real, though. I'm for real, though, about, like, the talent in the music, like, cause, like, I know, like, a lot of niggas, like, y'all want to have kids. Y'all be wanting them kids to be in the NBA and the NFL. Y'all not be trying to get rich. Y'all be like, yeah, man, let me slave my son, man, nigga. You playing basketball even if you don't like it, little nigga. Because you got to get us to the NBA, nigga. I know what you niggas be doing. But see, like I'ma enslave my kids on some R&B. Like I'ma make them. I ain't gonna even let them play sports. I'm be like, put that damn basketball down, boy, and get in there. I'm be like Joe Jackson on their ass. I'm be like, y'all little Negroes are letting go of the great talent of old school R&B, and we bringing it back. I'm be having their ass doing routines after school. They gonna be mad at me. They gonna be like, he abusing us. I'm be like, do that shit like Joe Jackson said. I'm be wide there watching the Jackson 5 MF. I said, you finna get us rich. You know what I'm saying? You my slaves. hey, Lonnie Dobbins in the house. Negroes be straight slaving the kids for real. It was like the kid don't even want to play football. I watched my nephew. That little nog ain't even want to play football. My sister said, "Boy, get out there and let them tackle you, boy." You know what I'm saying? I like Jewel. This little nigga is first off, this little nigga is frail. This nigga is not making it to the NFL. This nigga clearly want to go play the clarinet or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be abusing these little niggas. All y'all niggas be trying to raise an NFL player or NBA. I be seeing this shit. That's why I stopped going to the little league games, man. Y'all be out there about to fight. It be like grown ass niggas out here about to fight. They be really about to go to fisticuffs at a little league game. I'm like, what kind of example is this for the kids? Like, this is not a good example. But I'm like, man, I ain't but on the real, we was talking about like, see, I gotta get a good down. I gotta get like LL Cool J say, I need a round the way girl, man. Hey, she gotta be from the US, boy. Cause we gotta produce us a little Bobby Brown or something. We can't be out here making no, I ain't trying to make no Shabba Ranks, man. What the hell? That ain't nobody buying that bullshit. Talking about ting-a-ling-a-ling looking ass. I ain't trying to raise like, hey, baby, you from Jamaica. I don't even care if you cute. You can be from Jamaica. They can be talking, oh, she cute like that. She got a fat ass. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to have no ting-a-ling-a-ling looking ass Shabba Rank having that baby. Like, no, I'm like, that ain't what it is, man. I ain't trying to have a tether baby. Like, my baby gotta be straight up for U.S. stock, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got money. Shit. I'm like, I got money. I should be able to pick. I'm like, I am a top 10% earner out here. I should be able to have the one. I should be able to strategically pick, you know what I'm saying? They be like, man, just get you an immigrant, man. F them immigrants, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas see, cause y'all got jokes later. Soon as the nigga get one of these immigrants, you get one of these immigrants, they have a baby talking about they black too. They gonna be calling your kids a tether. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't finna be picking at my kids, calling my kids no tether, man. Y'all ain't finna be doing that, bruh. And y'all be like, this nigga, I know y'all be like, it's not a blackjack crazy. But nah, for real though. How we gonna have another Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan, daddy wasn't from the islands and his mama from America. Y'all finna, nigga, you finna produce a DJ Academics around this bitch. Hey, one general in this motherfucker. Hey, I was just saying, man. Yo, you talk about your, hey, yeah, man. My pops from Jamaica, man. You finna make a DJ Academics ass nigga around this bitch, man. Tell them on, man. Look at my soundboard ain't working. But for real, I'm trying to slave my children. That's why I got to get it from some good genes, some good genetics. Cause see, you American sisters, y'all be hard headed as hell though, but y'all got the genes. See, I know it. See, like them girls from, especially if they from the hood, they got the genes. With they ghetto ass. But see, you out here, you be trying to go out here. Y'all knockers be trying to go out the. Oh, y'all be talking about the exotic. Y'all remember knockers talking about they want the exotic? I'm like, man, you finna make all kind of crazy looking little churn. Like, man, your churn finna be. It ain't gonna. You. They definitely not finna make no good R&B. You know what I'm saying? They finna make some merengue around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real though, man. I'm dead ass, man. It ain't gonna be no more us. It ain't gonna be no more Virginnies, man. I'm a Floridian, but you know, y'all know what it is. Y'all niggas, y'all. Hey, if Donald Trump don't hurry up and kick all these people out of here, I don't know what you Negroes might do. You Negroes might water us down. It ain't gonna be all the good music. It's already, look, the good music already dying away now as we speak. The good music already almost gone, man. You got look what's going on. I mean, look around you. Look what's coming on the radio. All the good. If Kendrick Lamar came and saved the day, we was so tired of hearing bullshit and tell us we listen to Drake, DJ Khaled, and all this stupid shit. Kendrick Lamar came and saved the planet, man. That man single-handedly saved the music game, man. But the crazy thing about him, he married the Telder though. He married. See, his kids, they gonna be calling his kids Tellers, cause him and Drake, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this what this people don't see this shit. Like I analyze everything. I be like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar tight. I'm like, but see, he be on that pro-black shit. I'm like, see, but they gonna talk about this old lady and his kids though. That's the first thing they gonna say. They gonna say, oh, nigga, look at your kids though. You talking about Drake, nigga. And they right though when they say that. They not wrong. It look kind of hypocritical, but how he gonna make I mean, like, you really think you gonna make another Kendrick Lamar breeding with an outsider? You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar should have got him a girl from Cali or from the U.S. somewhere. He could have got a chick from New York, Georgia, Texas, maybe. Even though you got to be careful with Texas, you know what I'm saying? Texas, Texas down there like Africa. You don't know what the hell they doing down there. You got these, them now got border hoppers crawling up under the fence down there in Texas. You don't know who the hell they been dealing with. Like, nigga, let me see your family tree, nigga. Talking about you from Texas, nigga. Baby, I be like, I'm from Dallas, like Beyonce. I'm like, man, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Beyonce will tell the truth. Her people in them ain't from here. Some of her people from over across. Her people, Beyonce from Europe, man. Her ass European, man. That's why I'll be talking about these exotics, man. I don't want no damn Beyonce. That's why I ain't be playing about the family tree shit. Y'all think this shit a game with me. I know y'all think it's a game. Cause I'm trying to see. I'm not only trying to make me some quality slaves, like I'm trying to make me some famous slave children from America, the next Jackson 5 or something, but I'm trying to make the Messiah too. And see, you can't be getting with no tether talking about you finna make the Messiah. How you gonna make a Messiah? You gotta be two Virginnies to make the Messiah. You can't be no one Virginie and a tether. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work. Hey, she say, where his wife from? I don't know. His wife ain't no Negro. She ain't no American Negro though. I don't know where she from. I ain't dissing that man wife though like that, y'all. Don't take me too serious. Y'all got jokes and shit. I'm talking about me for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking Kendrick Lamar. That probably was the woman that loved him. I ain't knocking. They say Moses was mixed. They say Moses' children was mixed. I don't know. I ain't knocking them. I ain't saying his children ain't House of Israel still. I ain't saying none of that. Don't take me too serious, y'all. I be cracking jokes for real, but I be talking about me for real. I be talking about what I want to do. I'm trying to see. I know I can sing a little bit. At least I tell myself I can't sing for real, but when you in the shower and shit, that shit be sounding like, you be like, boy, I sound like I'm in the studio. But see, I'm trying to make me a young Teddy Pendergrass. I'm gonna give him the game. I'm gonna teach him how to dance a little bit. I'm gonna show him the old move and old school, and I'm gonna turn it loose. I'm gonna say, boy, stay out there, watch out for the diddies of the world, and you'll be all right. That's what I'm gonna tell my son. I'm gonna show him that Teddy Pendergrass game. But see, even when women know you meet women, you gotta look at that family tree. Like I see them names. Like like I got these Negro names. Look at that: Albertina, Daniel, Easter, John, look, John, Henry, Jackson. That's Jacob, my nigga. Jacob, John, Jacob, Jackson, Jacob. All that's Jacob, nigga. Jack, nigga. Hattie, nigga. Cool. Hattie, nigga. If you ain't got no Hattie on your tree, I don't know where you from for real, nigga. Israelite name, Staunton, nigga. Flora, nigga. Flora like La Florida, my nigga. Leah, my nigga. Louisa, Samuel, my nigga. I got some more I need to add to this. I ain't added everything to my tree yet. I got a lot of stuff for real. I got a whole bunch of stuff I can add to this. But when you do these trees electronically, like this ain't even showing everything. Like I can click down here. So you add these records, you can show the other family members. Like they were fruitful, man. My great granddaddy, Thornton and my great grandmama, Mary, man, they had like 15 kids. Like 8 of them survived, I guess. Well, at this time, they more than 8. But one, and it was Louisa and them had 15 kids. I'm like, damn, y'all got all these damn kids. I'm like, they were fruitful as hell for real. I'm like, Knox don't be this fruitful, and all of them got the same last name. Even though they spelled their name wrong sometimes, like this is the real original spelling is Isom, but they changed it over time to this. That's not even it for real. And that's what you gotta know about genealogy too. The paperwork will be wrong sometimes. You gotta understand how to get to the origin of things. They'll show you our people was fruitful, boy. They were having them babies, boy. They were like, them immigrants ain't finna outnumber us. They're like, oh hell nah, y'all wanna let 20 million immigrants in here? We about to have 20 million little nigglets. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Where the old school women at? See, that's what I'm talking about. You got to be down to have about 8, 9 kids, man. You can't be with that bullshit. Like they be listening to these little music, man. They want to have one kid. I got my one kid, man. You ain't did nothing. They want to talk about they a bad bitch. I got one baby, man. That ain't nothing, man. You gotta have about 10, man. These Latinos coming in here, these little short MFers, they coming in here having a baby every weekend. Y'all out here playing this shit. Y'all playing this shit, man. These Latinos about to outnumber our ass, man. Our ancestors wasn't fucking around. Like, I don't know, none of you niggas got all y'all like 8 kids from one man or one woman. Why you niggas out here playing? And see, niggas ain't keeping the code for real. Like that's what this shit about too, about keeping the code. All these families with large numbers of kids, way back in the day. Niggas be talking about money, man. Kids cost, man. They ain't have no money like that back then. Well, some of them might have did have money, but still, it don't matter. Rich or poor, for rich or for poor. I ain't even trying to get with no woman that she trying to have a bunch of kids from me. Like if I get with a woman seriously, she gotta be ready to have a kid like every year for about 5, 6 years straight. Oh, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, you get with a woman, they wanna have one baby, throw you on child support for a check on some petty shit. And then some of them try to go get with another man and have a baby from him too, and get a child support check from him. And then some of them even go try to have a baby from a third man and get a child support check from him too. They be trying to make financial decisions with their womb, and I ain't really with all that. I'm like, I see what a lot of women do that shit. Like they got like 3, 4 baby daddies. They got 3 or 4 child support checks. So like, I ain't really with that. I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell to the nah. That ain't the right way. That ain't the right way. Well, yeah, but shit. Niggas be acting like kids real expensive, man. I don't want to hear that. Niggas be out here buying $200 and $300 pair of sneakers and shit. Niggas buy Jordans. Every time a new pair come out, niggas turn around and tell you kids expensive. Nigga, your sneakers expensive, nigga. You need some Skechers, goof ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go make some nigglets, nigga. But that's real spill though. Shit, I just wanted to get to y'all about this Virginia shit, man. Y'all need to check y'all family tree. A lot of that shit go back to Virginia, my nigga. A lot of that shit go back to Virginia, whether you know it or not. You might not even know it. A lot of it go back to Virginia. Ain't that just one? That's just the paternal side. Look, like. That's just the paternal. Hold on, wait a minute. That ain't even my maternal side. All this just on my daddy's side. All this from my daddy's side. That just half. Like on my mama's side. I ain't finna pull all that up right now. But yeah, shit. You better do your ancestry. I said a lot of you gonna go right back to Virginia, whether you know it or not. You're going right back to Virginia, the Virginnies. South Carolina, you're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see Virginia though. I don't care where you from. If you a real American Negro, you can be living out there in Cali. Do your research. I bet you end up back in Virginia. Bet money. Bet money. If you want us. Your ass end up down there in Honduras or some motherfucking well. Hey, I think so. See, listen, this another thing too at Nelson Charles' house. I think some niggas, I'm gonna start picking at tethers and stuff, cause I think some niggas scared to do their genealogy, cause they think they gonna end up in Honduras. A nigga think they literally gonna end up in Africa. I can say, man, fuck that genealogy, Blackjack. I'm the one of my ancestors came off a slave ship, man. I'm a booty scratcher. Bruh, hey,
I know I nigga probably say, man, F that genealogy shit, blackjack shit be talking about, man. He trying to have me end up in Nigeria and shit. Nigga, I ain't, man, listen, bro, I ain't tripping, bro. Do you,